Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pig Investor channel. Today I want to dive into something I've been holding in my portfolio for a while now. IncomeShares, specifically the single stock ones like Tesla and Coinbase. I've had quite a few people asking about them in the comments, especially since they've integrated a new strategy at the start of August. In today's video, I'm going to explain what these products are and then go through the old strategy they used and the new strategy they've switched to. Then I will share what their results have been since the change. And finally, I'll talk about why I own them, how I'm using them in my own portfolio, and what results I've seen so far. If you enjoy this type of video, please smash the like button, and if this video reaches over 100 likes, I'll look to make more content around income investing. Let's get into it. So what are IncomeShares? In simple terms, they are exchange-traded products, ETPs, that aim to generate regular monthly income by combining equity exposure with option strategies. The key mechanics are that the ETP will hold some of the underlying asset, for example a stock like Tesla, and then use an overlay options selling calls or selling puts, and then holding cash to support those option positions. The premiums from those options become income for the product, which is then distributed monthly. The benefits are that there are potential for high income, monthly distributions, and some equity upside exposure. It is important to note that your capital is at risk because when you use options, you're exposed to the underlying assets movement and you may incur negative returns despite receiving option premiums. So in summary, IncomeShares are equity plus option overlays which generate monthly income, and then you have retained upside exposure to some degree. You could think of them as income-focused equities with options harvesting. And now for the important part. On the 4th of August, IncomeShares announced there was going to be some key changes to their strategy, and since implementing these new strategies, we have seen a massive difference in the success of all IncomeShare ETP products. First of all, let's have a look at what the old strategy was. With the old strategy, they used a covered call strategy. This means that they would buy the stock and sell call options on it to earn option premiums. The pros to this were that it generated steady income from option premiums, but the cons were that it had limited upside as you gave up gains above the strike price if the stock surges. And there was a lot more downside risk as you still own the stock, so losses can be large if it was to drop. The bottom line was that it was good for steady income, but not ideal if you also wanted to capture some of that growth potential within the stock itself. And here's where things changed. So on the 4th of August, they announced that 10 of their single stock ETPs have switched to this new cash secured put plus equity strategy. It means that instead of mainly selling calls, they'll now hold some stock and sell in the money put options, with cash set aside in case they need to buy the stock. If the stock drops and the put is exercised, they'll buy the stock at the strike price, often at an effective discount thanks to the premium they collected. Because they still hold equity, they now have uncapped upside potential, unlike the old covered call setups which limited gains. So the goal is to keep steady income, allow for more growth, and reduce the drag from capped upside call writing. It's all well and good saying that you've got a new plan, but now let's actually have a look at the numbers since the new strategies come into play and see if they are executing that plan effectively. So I'll start off by showing you the comparison with Tesla versus the underlying, and then we'll have a look at a couple of other different ETPs as well. So what I've done to show you the difference between the new strategy versus the old strategy is that I've put in the Tesla ETP since inception on the 23rd of July 2024 up until the 4th of August 2025. And as we can see, at first, the ETP was actually outperforming the underlying stock, but that was mainly because Tesla had a rough few months. When Tesla eventually started to rebound, TSLD began to lag significantly behind, and that's because the old strategy didn't hold any of the underlying stock, it only sold call options. Overall, during that early period, if you'd held Tesla directly, you'd have been up around 25% compared to being up only 13% for the IncomeShares version. Now, when we shift focus to the period since the new strategy was introduced, the picture looks completely different. With the ETP now holding a portion of the underlying Tesla shares and selling cash secured puts, it's been able to capture a lot more of Tesla's upside. In fact, over these last 10 weeks, the performance has been almost identical critical to the stock, actually being 0.34% ahead of Tesla, which is really exciting to see. Next up, we're going to have a look at Nvidia and see how it performed with the old strategy compared to the new strategy. If you're wondering what site I'm using right now to do these comparisons, it's actually Snowball Analytics, and I do have a discount code in the link in the description down below. So if you do want to compare your stocks on a fantastic website alongside tracking all of your dividends, then make sure you do check the link in the description and sign up for a free 2-week trial so you can even give it a go before you decide to commit to it. Since inception, we can see that the IncomeShares product did actually perform very similar to Nvidia itself, but again, that was more so down to Nvidia underperforming the market over the past few months until recently it did have a big spike, and that's where you really do see the difference as Nvidia rocketed up and actually ended up plus 46% over this period, and the ETP only ended up 23%, so you're missing out on 23% of the gains. And then if we have a look since the new strategies come into play, we can see that it's actually outperformed the underlying, with NVDD having plus 4.52% over this period, whereas Nvidia has seen just a 1.79% return so far. Now, I know a lot of that is due to Nvidia having a weaker few months recently, but it's still encouraging. It gives me a lot more confidence that when Nvidia does start performing well again, the IncomeShares version will be able to capture most of that upside while still paying that strong monthly dividend. And finally, let's look at MicroStrategy. This one's a bit newer as it only launched on the 30th of July this year, but it highlights something really important: the downside protection built into these products. If you'd held the underlying MicroStrategy stock, you'd be down around 28% so far over this period. But when looking at the incomes version, we can see that it's actually outperformed it by around 8%, as you'd only be down 20% so far. So in this case, it's not that the IncomeShares fund has done badly, but more so that MicroStrategy itself has struggled. That means the new structure is not only capturing most of the upside, but also still providing downside protection, especially when you factor in those large monthly dividend yields. Of course, it's still early days for the new strategy, so we'll need more time to see how it performs in different market conditions, but so far it's showing some very promising signs. And this is a great reminder: if you invest in any of these single stock income share products, you should still believe in the underlying company. Because while the structure can enhance income and smooth volatility, the long-term results will still depend heavily on the company's performance itself. This part of the video is where I bring it back to my own portfolio and how I'm using these products. I've owned TSLD and COII in my portfolio since May this year, when I originally bought them before the strategy switch. And even though I bought them before the new strategy, I've still seen some great results. As you can see, I currently own 200 shares of the IncomeShares Coinbase ETP, and right now I'm up around 2.71%. The underlying asset, Coinbase itself, actually has had a recent drop in price due to the recent Trump troubles and crypto taking a hit. But even with that, as we can see, I'm still up on my position, but the real winner has been Tesla. As you can see, I'm up 42% on the position, and I own 160 shares, as the underlying asset has not only been performing fantastically well, but I've been receiving a dividend yield of around 70% every single month since owning this one. The yield on these type of ETPs are very meaningful, and I've used the monthly distributions as part of my monthly income snowball. As you can see on screen, I have actually got 4 shares of the Magnificent 7 ETP, and this is one that I've added very recently to the portfolio. The reason I decided to add it is because since inception, back in July this year, it's shown fantastic results, as you can see, being up nearly 19% since inception, alongside having that massive dividend yield that currently sits at 36%. I'm actually hoping with this one that the yield stays anything from around 20 to 40%, as for me, that is achievable on a monthly basis, while also having the underlying asset not drop in value as they can continue to grow it. So this one, combined with my other 2 ETPs, are going to help propel my monthly income up, and then the plan is to funnel that into my growth positions. And another reason why I've decided to add the Magnificent 7 one into my portfolio is that it doesn't just hold individual holdings, but holds a basket of the Mag 7, which are all companies I'm very bullish on over the long term. This also does mitigate that single stock risk that does come with, say, Coinbase ETP or Tesla ETP, because it has 7 underlying assets within the one ETP. And something I really do like about the IncomeShares products is that the CEO, Octave, has been very transparent with sharing the results with us all. And for me, these products have been one of the most consistent high yield options I've seen on the market, especially for us UK investors. I treat these as income engines, not just for the price growth. That said, I like to watch the underlying stocks like Tesla and Coinbase and the strategy details to see how much is in equity versus cash puts. I keep my positions moderate so it supplements, not dominates my portfolio. And the bottom line is, this new cash secured put plus equity setup fits my goal of steady income with growth potential. It keeps good yields while allowing more upside. I'm reinvesting the income into long-term holdings to compound faster, building my snowball over time. And that wraps up today's breakdown of IncomeShares. What they are, how the old strategy worked, how the new strategy works, what results we're seeing so far, and why I personally own them and how I'm using them in my portfolio. If you want, I can make a deep dive video into one specific product such as AMD, Coinbase, or any of the ones you're seeing on screen right now. So if you'd like to see that, then please let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash a like and subscribe for more income focused investing content. For now, this is the Geordie Pig Investor, over and out.